Hello everyone. Welcome to KSR Datavizon YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see one of our student who had experience working as a data analyst and was also had a career transition from non-IT to IT. So this is a Q&A session where we'll just have a discussion about what is his experience in the last 1 year, what are the challenges he has faced and how he has overcome this. So let's begin with our discussion. So hi Kishore, how are you?
Yeah, Santosh, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for asking. So can you just introduce yourself? Maybe like we can have a normal discussion like how the things have moved in the last 1 year.
Yeah, sure. It's a great thing to me after meeting 1 year. So thanks, Santosh. Thanks for this conducting this panel. I hope a lot of non-IT people will get their answer for their career transformation from non-IT to IT. I think so. Hopefully they can transfer. Many people need to come from non-IT to IT. Actually, okay. Then coming to me, after my career transformations from non-IT to IT, it's a big challenge to me. I have taken a risk and I did a lot of works. So, and finally have successfully completed a year in this field as a Power BI developer. Starting off this career, it was very tough and it was very scareful to me. So, I don't know whether I'm going to handle it or not. And lots of doubts will be in my mind. So there's no one is supporting to me. As a teacher, you is guy who guided me a lot, but some of the things I need to learn myself. So not only that, start from while comparing to my past job. So actually, my previous job is a analyst. So financial invoice associate invoice analyst. So there I did a lot of work. Even Saturday Sundays also worked. So sometimes my manager will come Sundays also. So he asks some questions. I need to answer them. Lots of things was facing my last previous jobs. From last 1 year, I never faced such kind of things. So it's a time to time. So we need to give my best. I need to give my best. So I need to answer the client questions. I need to fulfill the requirements as per the client. So here and not only that, I need to answer my managers even Sundays. That's a big headache to me. So in IT field, it's a really very good field to me. It's taking me to next level. So, and here I need to mention one thing. So starting off my career, I faced a lot of doubts, lot of struggles. So I don't know how to ask to other people. So I go to the Google and read some documents. So and there I learned how to read the documents, how to find the solutions. So there learned so many things. In practically, okay, in our course we learn a lot of things, but in practically we need to do some of other works. So we need to focus on some bit more. So for that purpose, we need to learn and we need to work some more harder because we are not in a IT kind of, so we are coming from non-IT to IT. So we need to struggle a lot. So in my last 1 year, I have big successful. I success one thing in my career. One of my senior, he is working as a Power BI developer last 3 years. I think he completed 3 years. He is running his 4th year. So after starting off my career, after completing the 3 months, I started giving support to my senior. Till now, I'm supporting my senior, which have the real-time experience person. So this credit all goes to KSR Consulting Service only.
Thanks, Kishore. This is really helpful, and thank you so much for giving a brief description about what you have done. I do have some questions, what are the questions we see in the real time. So I'll list it down one by one. Maybe you can share your experience in that as well. So when you joined the project, right, what was the initial task they are giving or what did you do initially?
Okay, I try to give my best. So here, as your question, after joining into the company, they put me in my bench. So for starting of 10-15 days, I don't have any work. So they are not going to be continue with the organization. So a lot of my things have come. So after that, I got my first project. So in that project, after joining into the project, they give me some published reports. So actually they deployed to Power Service also. So they send that reports to me. So they said, Kishore, go and download these reports. So find out, is there any font size are mismatching, any text size are mismatching, any colorings are mismatching. Can you build better report which are in the Power Service, which we have published already. So such kind of things they given me. So on that time it's really tough. I don't know so how to do. So I started step by step. So I did very basic works. So
Okay.
after seeing my basic works, they continued me in project.
Okay. So initially, when you joined the project, the team has given already published reports to go through it and see the standard and see how they have built the report.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Very good.
they asked me to find out any mistakes. That's the major task. So I need to find out any mistake, like font size. Some of the posts doesn't match the font size, colors. So very basic things. So I need to check all those things. I need to change some of the charts. So sometimes client who don't like the charts. So I need to change the charts and republish it to Power Service.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So now once you get into the project, right? So did you have any requirement document as such? Like how were you getting the task? Like were they maintaining any folder for that? How was that? How was that handled?
Actually, it's a very big thing to me. So I don't know what is the cause. I don't know how it be handled. So actually, after starting of my project, I have the first biggest task, stand-up call. Even I don't know why. I never hear that word. So after that, they asked me, so hi Kishore, how is your working? So you joined to this project. So these are your requirements. Did you fulfill these requirements? So they will ask, what are the day-to-day progress? So I need to explain in that call. I need to give them. So what are the works I'm going to do today? So at the end of the day, I need to finish the task. So in that manner, I have daily stand-up call. In that call, they will give some PPTs, so like business requirement documents. They will share some PPTs, PDFs, some Word documents, such kind of things they will share to me. So they will ask to do build a report as per the documents.
Okay. So that means they were maintaining a document, which was a business requirement document. Daily call, you will go through the document and you will discuss what has been completed, what is in pending.
Yes. Is there any pendings? I need to give answer reasons also. So why this task is pending? Why not able to complete the task? So I need to give the answers for them. So sometimes they will ask me to share the screen and explain me the report also. So it's a quite difficult for starting of career. After that, it's a good thing to learn and complete the work.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So, okay. Now maybe we have used Excel, CSV files, SQL Server, MySQL. So you would have used all this maybe in your practice time or maybe during the course as well. But in the real time, when you started working, what type of data source you are using in your project?
So actually, we use SharePoint folder, SQL Server, and Excel files. Here, we need to change the data source for already published reports. So actually, my daily while I'm joining to the project and starting a project, so they given me some published reports. They asked me to change the data source from their local desktop to SharePoint folder. I have SharePoint folder to some SQL Server like that. So I need to check that data source whether it is working or not, because in data cleaning process we have applied so many steps while cleaning the data in Power Query Editor. So in changing the data source, we need to add some more steps. So we need to check each and everything. So in that way, I checked each and everything, and I need to republish it again into the Power BI service.
Okay. So Kishore, I got a follow-up question on this. Well, like you say that maybe you will be changing the data source, right? See, one of the problem which even I am facing in the real time in my project is the data quality issue. Like whatever the client says, it's usually will be in the raw data. You need to spend a lot of time for data cleaning. So the next question is, we hear a lot of things about the data quality, right? So how clean is your data?
Actually, here I play a major role in my actions, in my experience. So what I do here, okay. So there is a lot of things. So client won't give the access to me. Why? Because he has some restrictions to give the data source access. So here sometimes I need to clean the data. So I need to do some operations in Power Creator, like doing merging, appending, so cleaning the data, so pivoting the unpivoted columns, such kind of things I need to do. I need to perform myself. So on that time I need data source credentials. So but client said, so you don't have the data source. Whatever the data you are getting, we'll clean the data, we'll give it to you. So that's the major task. So for in that scenario, I write a mail to the concerning person. So here I need to write my project coordinator, my manager, and as a Power BI admin person, one person will be there in the client side. So I need to write mail for these three persons for data source access, data source access. So after getting the data source access, I will go and clean the data, and I need to give explanation for them also after cleaning that. So whether the data is working properly or not, and they will check their self also. So we need to perform some steps to do cleaning. So data quality is one of the major thing, and we need to perfect in that only.
Okay. So you will be doing it in Power Query Editor, right?
Yeah, in Power Query Editor.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, now in your project, right? So are you using a direct query mode or it's like import method?
In my organization, I use the import mode only. Why? Because some of the DAX function will not work in direct query mode. So we can't fulfill the client requirements. Client will ask a lot of requirements. Per day, he will ask 10 to 15 requirements to me. So I can't fulfill all those requirements. As per the client requirement, we need to work. Okay. So my personal opinion, so I preferably I use import mode only.
Okay, okay. Yes, most of the times import method is used because it is the data is in your control. You can do whatever you want.
Yes.
So that's one of the advantage. And nowadays, most of the reports, right, in most of the clients, people are facing this like optimization issue. So are you dealing with any modeling? What type of schemas you are using?
So I use star schema only. So because for better performance of report. So for better performance of report, I use star schema. I don't use Snowflake schema. Why? Because in Snowflake schema, it have a lot of multi-dimension tables. Like one dimension has some more sub-dimension tables. So for getting data from sub-dimension table to the report, it will take some time. So after publishing in my real life time, so I published a report in the Power BI service in cleaning the data in the starting of this. They ask, so after you publishing the report, it's taking a lot of time to load the data. Why it's happening? So again, I go and check it. So personally, I face this problem. So on that time onwards, I preferably use star schema. So after changing the relationship from Snowflake schema to star schema, it taken me around 3 days to change that all those schemas working as properly. So myself, I prepare only star schema. Not only me, even Microsoft also suggesting me to prefer star schema only for the better performance of report.
Okay. Yes, yes. Star schema performs better. So if you can just give me a rough number, like how many dimension tables and how many fact tables you had?
I have 3 fact tables. Each fact table have less than 10 to 12 dimension tables.
Okay, so maybe you add one fact table surrounded by 12 dimension, like that you have three sets of data.
3 sets, and I need to connect that 3 fact tables to with each and everything by using a cardinalities like many to many, many to one. If I face anything like many to many, I need to create some bridge table also. So sometimes in many to many, the direction may be both directions, but it won't give the proper reports, proper output, proper results. So for that, I need to create some bridge tables. So like this, I need to check each and everything. In some of the times, I need to give one fact table to dimension table. There's a 3 relationship. One is active and 2 are inactive relationship. For inactive relationships, I use a user relationship DAX function. So it's quite like a relationship between one to one.
Yes, yes. Thanks for that. Yeah. And what usually we do is maybe sometimes we may not be using the default charts only. We'll be getting some custom charts as well, because custom charts sometimes, if it's an approved one, provides a lot of information rather than using default charts, right? So in your experience in your project, right, have you used any custom charts?
Yes, I have used one scroller chart. That's one of my favorite chart in practice time also. So, by what I did, so after doing my report, so I thought I would like to add some scrollers to give better, to get better, best impression for the report. So I added the scroller chart. I published into public service. Client called me, so Kishore, if this report is good, just remove that scroller chart. Simply said, I said, so okay, I removed. After few minutes gap, he told me, but based on the scholar chart, build a new report that should be unique one. It should not be like any other report. So I create based
Okay.
on that scholar chart, I created a new report also.
Okay, nice, nice. So I you assume that whatever you have learned in custom charts, whatever you have learned here, I think you are using that.
Yes, it's really very important in charts while learning stage. Custom charts are very important thing. We need to learn. In nowadays, client is asking used to use some custom charts.
Okay, nice, nice. And one of the question which I felt like it's very important, even most of our subscribers also ask this question as well. Like, do you see how do you maintain this fonts colors of your project? Like, usually, do you have any standards or you use your own color? How is that? How you handle that?
So in my recent project, I faced this problem. So why? Because client won't accept other font styles or colors. So while we're in practice time or in some other projects, so the clients are in practice time, we can use whatever font styles we need, whatever colors we need, we can use as per our wish. But in my recent project, client client won't accept other font styles or colors to use in his report. So why? Because client have his own font styles and colors. For that font and colors, he making one website. So go through that web URL website. I need to read each and every paragraph for fonts. So he have some font styles. He have some text sizes. So some font family groups. So I need to read each and everything. Not only that, is a major challenge my here is font the color. So background color, text color. Each and every color has his own description. I need to go through the each and every color paragraph. So I need to go through the description. I need to read and understand why I need to choose this color. If I am using any color in my report, I need to use that particular colors only. It's a mandatory, it's a must and should condition from client side.
Okay. So, if I've understood correctly, they maintain a separate website, like what should be the title font, what should be the x-axis, y-axis, how should be the data labels, so what should be the color, background color, everything they're going to give clear-cut picture so that you need to follow that.
Damn sure. It's a mandatory
Okay.
one.
That's the standard which we follow, but some of the clients will expect we can choose it, but yes, most of the clients will have their own logo,
Yes.
own colors. Yeah,
Font,
that's
yeah, font styles, text sizes, background colors. For each and every color, they have some description also. They have some
okay.
reason why they are using this color.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. Now, like most of us like are fear about this DAT function. So if you can just help us with what type of DAT functions you have used in your project. Can you name few? Maybe it will help most of us.
Yeah, actually, when starting a career, everyone fear of a DAX function. So it's a very big thing, very big. It's not a that much a big thing. So if in a BRD, we have some business requirement document which the client will send. In that BRD, they have some requirement. In that requirement, we can find some logic. So based on that logic only, we can write a DAX function. It's a very easy thing if you practice well. So in my projects, I mostly use summarize column functions, if condition, switch condition, calculate function. In calculate functions, I need to write some group by. So what we use, we will use some calculation. For example, we calculate sum of sales filtered by country or sales. So in my scenario, I use a calculate function based on grouping the persons, grouping by some particular categories. So like that I use date functions, calendar auto functions. So in the calendar auto function, how it will work means, so if you write calendar auto function, it will check the default date, which it already exists in the data table. So like that, some Tamil functions like getting the same period last year, parallel periods, some like that functions I will use.
Okay. So that means apart from the fact tables and dimension tables, you have created one more table which is of a date table, date master.
Yeah, date master table. It's a very important thing.
Mm-hmm.
For each and
Okay.
every DAX function, we need to get the date and time from the date dimension table only. Why? Because we have like lot of fact tables and dimension tables. Each and every fact and dimension table have their own date and date columns. So we don't use each and everything every time one by one. So for that purpose, we need to create some date dimension table.
Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah.
So maybe in start of the discussion, we were talking about the data source, right? So can you tell me how do you handle data refresh? Is it you or someone else who is taking care of this?
For data source, right?
Data refresh, sorry. Yeah.
So okay, data refresh. So in my last 1 year career, I never schedule any data refresh. So in my organization, there is a Power BI admin person there. There is a role Power BI admin. So he will take care of scheduling a refresh. So in recently he given me the chance to doing all those operations, scheduling a refresh. So starting of career, they won't give me all those access by scheduling a refresh, publishing or deleting something, such kind of things. They will give one by one. In my organization, they take care of each and everything. So I did this one time, that to be US client. So the client is asked me to schedule the refresh as per his time requirement. So night 11 to night 10:30 and morning 11 o'clock. So I schedule the refresh as only one time. That to be, it should be refreshed daily 2 times, morning and evening.
Okay. So yes, it's obvious that clients will directly not give you this data refresh
Yes.
access. Slowly you will be given.
Yes. Right.
Is there any admin who does that?
Sorry?
Is there any admin who takes care of this refresh initially?
Yeah, actually, the client have one Power BI person. So they appointed as a one Power BI admin person. For Power BI service only, they recruit their own person. So they will take care of each and everything, like scheduling refreshes. So on-premise gateway services. So giving some workspace permissions, like such kind of things, they will take care. So they won't give they won't give us. So by slowly getting an experience, we can get.
Okay, understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, coming to the like license part, right? So which license you have?
So I have pro license.
Okay, you have
Pro.
pro license.
Mhm.
Okay. So what about your team? Entire team is having pro access?
Actually, in my team there are 21 members. So each and every person has their own projects. So there are common persons will be like SQL persons on Power BI service team. They are common for entire team. The SQL persons, what will they do? So if you stuck somewhere by getting the data, sometimes by getting the data, we'll face some issues while getting into Power BI desktop. So on that time, the SQL server persons will come into the picture. They will bring the data into the Power BI desktop. So after doing the reports, after publishing to the Power BI service, we need to do some operations like changing the data sets. So publishing to some RL works, some gateway accesses, like that operations are the Power BI admin person will do.
Okay. So just a follow-up question. What type of access you have with respect to Workspace?
So okay, so in Workspace, in every organization, they maintain several workspaces in Power BI service. So
Mm-hmm.
they won't provide all the workspace credentials to. So we need to work in particular workspaces only. We need to publish our reports in particular workspaces. They will give the access, but they won't give complete admin access. So they will give some restrictions. So in my organization, I have only one workspace access. That to member access only. So
Okay.
here, yeah,
So
here
you
I
are a
can
member
perform.
now, right? You are a member in
Yeah,
the Workspace.
yeah, I'm a member in the workspace. So
Mm-hmm.
here I can perform. So I like adding members. So with lower permissions only. So managing dataset permissions, creating and editing such kind of some kind of operation we'll do in a Power BI service. So after publishing to the Power BI service. So such kind of things. You're doing a refresh via based on-premises gateways, viewing and interacting the items. So data stored in a workspace or data flows. Such kind of things I will do it in a workspace.
Okay. So it's like in your workspace, right? Like maybe you have viewer, contributor, member, and admin.
Admin,
So
yeah.
the admin is from the client side or from your side?
No, it's from client side only. We don't get that admin access in my organization.
Okay. Not only in your organization, I think in most of the clients, I would say
Yeah,
the
the
clients will create the admin, like they'll create a workspace and they'll give the access to us
member
as
access,
a
member
contributor
access.
member. Yes, yes.
Yeah, mostly they give member access. Why? Because after admin, we will have some kind of operations, some kind of things we need to do. So as a Power BI admin, we can't do each and everything. So he have a lot of workspaces, a lot of things we need to do. So for that purpose, they will provide as a member. So contributor we can do, but we can't do each and everything. As a member, we can do something like as a admin. So
Understand,
yeah,
understand. Yeah. Maybe only admin works you cannot do, but below whatever admin is there, you
yeah,
can do all the things. Yeah.
yes.
Right, right.
As a member,
Okay.
I can do. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. So last
Mm.
question for you, like, how do you share your reports? Like, have you published as an app? Or so far, how many reports and dashboards you have created? If you can just show some insight on this, I think it will be really helpful for most of us.
Okay. So here, I need to share a report through Power BI service only. It's a mandatory. So after creating reports, we can't share the report through mails. So we can't send the entire PBI file to them. So we need to publish into the Power BI service. After publishing the Power BI service, we'll get some URL. There is an option called copy URL option. So by copying that URL, we share that URL through mails, official mails. We need to write in each and everything. What are the works we've done, and what are the pending works, what are the tasks the client is given, how many tasks are completed, such kind of things we need to write in a mail, and below of that we need to paste that URL. So like that, I share my report to the client.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
coming to app, I never got a chance to publish a report into app. So yes, I done a 15 to 16 reports after getting this in last 1 year. So last 3 months of project, 15 to 16 reports I did. After that, client asked me to build a dashboard based on his own requirement. So I published in 16 reports into Power BI. Based on that 16 reports, client asked me to build one dashboard. By based on 16 reports, I need to build one dashboard. So sometimes client will share me the PPT file. So how he expecting? So what are the visuals he need? At what place he need? How the order should be? And what are the main charts I need to cover? And which pages, which charts are there? So like that, he will send the business requirement document, one PPT file. So by reading this PPT file, I need to create a dashboard. Just now I did only one dashboard.
Okay. Nice,
Mostly
nice.
clients are not asking the dashboards. Why? Because dashboards are just like a visuals. We can see. We can't interact with that dashboards. In reports, we can interact with the. We can interact. We can filter. We can do. We can search as per our his client requirement. So most clients are asking reports only.
True, true. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to see that in the last 1 year you have built almost 15 reports. It's not
Yes.
a small thing. It's really an achievement. And coming from a non-IT and scaling up in this IT, I think it's really motivating to most of us. And thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah.
thoughts. It will really help most of us. And really thanks for your time as well. So all the best for your next assignments, next new projects. Keep growing.
Thank you so much, Santosh. And request who are seeing this video. So each and everyone, if you are interested to from non-IT to IT, prefer KSR Consulting Service. They can guide you your career better in manner. Why? Because I successful last from 1 year onwards. So my opinion, please prefer KSR Consulting Services.
Thanks, Kishore. Thank you for
Yeah,
time.
thank you. Yeah, thanks to everyone.
Thank you all.